So hello and welcome to Dommy Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is what I call a found mug. It has this beautiful medallion on it and it says, oh Lord, I haven't seen this in a while. So the one with the most lures wins. And we found this, and the reason it's a found mug is it was in a box of things that were left behind in an old house that we had rented. We had no idea who the previous renters were. And it was found with a bunch of other mugs, like some butterfly mugs and some other things that we had. Mostly coffee mugs and dishes and that kind of thing. So anyway, yes, we found this. I've had it about, we've lived here about 7-8 years, so we live there, so I've had it for a while. I've had it for a long while. Anyway, today's tea is a mix of the Celestial Seasonings Bengal spice with the Stash salted caramel. We're having one of those days where the weather's kind of in and out, and anyway, I wanted something warm, but also kind of caramelly and sweet and all that stuff. So let's give this a taste and see how this combination works. That's interesting. This has been steeping for a while, so this is probably at its full strength. I think I like that. It's a bit different, but I think I like that. I get the spice from the Bengal spice, but I'm also getting that salted caramel flavor more towards the end than actually towards the beginning. The spiciness comes up first. It's actually very good. It's actually I should have tried that like sooner. Okay, so today we're going to be doing something that we have not done in a long time. I've actually been very busy with a whole lot of other videos and actually been kind of doing tutorials for the Whole and Healthy Wednesday. So I haven't felt like there's been like much of a rush to do any of the Bright Ladies, but I got challenged on Facebook today. One of the palettes that I actually enjoy from ColourPop, the Make Up Your Mind eyeshadow palette, is currently on sale on the ColourPop site. I think it's about to be it's being discontinued, and it's a cute little palette, and I really enjoyed it. The silver is amazing. I think the silver, what are you called? The silver is called Toasted. I don't think this particular silver is available anymore, but they do have another one that's very similar that's out now. But yeah, so she challenged me to use the yellow, so we're going to use the yellow. And I'm going to mix it with my Bad Habit Pretty Poison palette, which you can find on the Bad Habit website. They now sell their own palettes and things, so you can get that there. So both of these palettes are available. Before we get started, though, I do want to note that I have taken my allergy medicines, but I am having issues. So we're likely to have quite a bit of sniffling and things going on, and for that I apologize. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I have more to film after this, so it's part of what we're doing today is getting ready to film, and you're going to get ready with me with a Bright Ladies look. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to start with this color Paralyzed. Yeah, Paralyzed. And I'm going to put that under my brow the way I'm known to do. It's going to be a little bit different today. So we'll see how this all works. Anyway, so, got to talk about some other things that are going on. We are doing fairly well. We're catching up on a few things. There is going to be another change on the channel that has more to do with the amount of product I'm receiving. Maybe by the time this goes up, that change may be in effect. But I have contacted Curlbox, and I'll probably mention this again in a Curlbox unboxing, which is one of the things I have coming up. But I have contacted Curlbox about possibly canceling the actual subscription and going to um, buying things on the site, buying like the non-subscription boxes is what I'm thinking about doing. That will free up a little bit of money for our finances, which needs to be done. Or at the very least, it'll make it easier for me to do the round robin subscriptions that I've, had to let fall by the wayside for a little while, just because of finances and having to catch up on bills after the holidays and all that stuff. I think we're about there. I think we're about there. We still got a few things that aren't quite where they need to be, but we're about there. We're pretty close. So next, I'm going to take this yellow color and I'm going to put this across the lid. We're going bright, going bright, which I kind of need today. We had sunshine for a couple of days and now it's overcast again. Although I went out walking yesterday, so I'm actually feeling better than I normally do when the sunshine goes away for the winter. But anyway, so about the curl box. So I'm thinking about doing, one of their non-subscription boxes a month. And that will allow me to, occasionally, not every month, unfortunately. But that will allow me to pick and choose the boxes that I want to get into. The downsides of this is that there's always the risk that I won't get the box I want. They recently had the Aussie Miracle line. They had like 5 or 6 of them in a $15 box. And the amount of traffic on the site crashed the website. And this happens every time they have a really good deal box like that, where they announce the contents in advance and people really want it. And yeah, the traffic it kills the site. The site just goes down. It took me 45 minutes just to get through most of the process, and then I had to go back and do it again. I finally got a verification page. Now, here's the thing. For me, I tend to stay up late at night. That's when I do my best writing. That's when I do a lot of my best stuff. When I'm by myself at night, just doing my thing. And so getting up at 9 o'clock, I'm exhausted. If I get up at 9 o'clock for anything, I will go right back to bed as soon as I possibly can. Now, this was a frustrating morning, but I did go back to bed, and I never got the verification email. So when they started shipping, I contacted them, and they said that they did not have an order in my name. Now, the good news is that they never took the money out of my account. So, at least that part was, a good thing. And I probably should have stayed up and waited for that verification email and tried again, or whatever I needed to do. But by that time, I was already pretty frustrated. Really, really frustrated. So I went to bed, and I never got that other box. So I've got another box, which is actually here. One of the things I'm preparing for today. But the thing is, it's just... Our neighbors are being noisy again. I don't like these new neighbors. I'm going to take this purple venomous. I'm going to put that in the crease and out on the outer edge. Anyway, so basically I didn't get the box that I wanted, and that is going to be a risk as long as they don't fix their site. And from what I have heard, this is a huge problem when they open up their list for people to sign up for the subscription. That the site crashes, there's delays, people think they get in, they don't, so on and so forth. And I think it's been mentioned repeatedly to them that they really, really really need to fix the site and make sure it can handle the traffic. And I'm aware that they don't get that same amount of traffic every single time. However, you should be prepared for it. You know, if you're selling something, your site needs to be able to take the traffic that's going to come from that sale. So that is the big risk if I do this. If I, you know, I've got to get an email back from them or something soon and to find out what I need to do that cancellation, because they don't have any way to just cancel on the site. You can't just press a button and cancel your subscription, get an email, and then verify that you want to do this through your email. They don't have a way to do that. In fact, the whole manage your account thing, as far as I'm concerned, is kind of messed up, because you go in there and you're supposed to be able to see your previous orders and you can't. You don't have anything. So yeah, just want to cancel the subscription, and then we will see if I actually manage to get any of the non-subscription boxes I want. They would not be every month. Like I said, there are other subscriptions. They aren't hair subscriptions, but there are other subscriptions I want to try. Although there are a couple that are hair subscriptions that I might try at some point. But I do want to round robin, and taking that out of my current every month subscription will also put another $25 into our accounts, into our budget when I'm not buying anything. Although, you know, let's be honest, I probably keep buying stuff. I'm terrible that way. But yeah, it's something that I've been thinking about for a little while. I actually have more than enough of the hair products. I have most of my holy grails. I have been checking things out on my own a little bit. However, you know, again, I've got more than enough stuff. I do have a place to start. My hair has been looking really good. I'm going to take this color Intoxicated and deepen the crease a bit. I thought there was something a bit more bluey in here, and there just isn't. So, and we're going to have to touch up a couple of colors in here on this, I think. But I'm just going in my crease, accenting my lines. And then we're going to go out and do just a little bit on the outer corner here, just deepening that all up. Not even going too complicated today. Just keeping it simple. Gold and purple. I guess it's more yellow and purple. Really kind of needed a blue, I think, though. Anyway, so like I was saying, I have more than enough hair care products. I have shampoos that are going to last me a lifetime right now, and most curl boxes include a shampoo. And the one thing I do need a lot of is conditioners. I only shampoo once a week now, but I co-wash twice a week. Plus I use a lot of leave-ins and all that other stuff. Okay. And so yeah, I think I'm at the point now where I don't need the curl box. Yeah, there will be new products coming out. There will be new lines coming out. I can see myself being disappointed in not receiving a line at some point in time. But the thing is, it's just, I don't have the space in my bathroom anymore for any more of this stuff. And like I said, I have gotten to the point now where I'm comfortable enough to go out and go, oh, I really want to try something from this line, and to pick it up on my own. And so yeah, Okay, so I'm going to take the Paralyzed and just clean up here a little bit at the top, because all that purple went like over it, which is fine. And then I'm going to put more of that yellowy gold, or that goldy yellow, over the lid, just to, again, get rid of some of the mess that the purple made. Clean it up, darken it up, make sure it's all on there. Like that. Increase the shine. All right. For underneath my lower lash line, I'm going to use this purple out of here. Go all across the bottom. It's a little bit lighter than the other purples, but it almost blends in. It's a pretty color. I like it. So anyway, so that'd be a difference in possibility what's coming up. For that, I think I need to deepen this up a little bit. I kind of like that on the inner, but for the outer edge, I don't think it's quite dark enough. So I'm going to take this one here, and I'm going to put that about halfway and then all the way towards the back, and do that little arrow in the crease I sometimes do. Ah, yes, that's what we needed. That's a nice dark color. I've been hesitant to pull the trigger on doing this, on taking that box out of my repertoire, I guess you could say. Because I really enjoy the box. I do enjoy receiving it. I do enjoy seeing what I get from it. And since I'm already on the list, if I ever wanted to get back on, I suspect it would be a little harder to do, because they seem to be resistant to upgrading their site or doing whatever they need to do to fix it so it doesn't crash it on people. It's just kind of annoying. It really is. So if I ever wanted to get back on the site, it would be very difficult to do, is all. And that kind of irritates me a little bit. I have to pretty much stick to the non-sub boxes unless I want to do that fight, and I'm not sure it would be worth doing that fight again. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just, at this point, we'll see what they say about how that will work. If you can still get the non-subscription boxes, you have to get the emails to be alerted to it when one's coming up. I do follow their Instagram as well, so I could use that as a warning sign, so to speak, to know when to look for something. So yeah, I think that's something that might be coming up on the site fairly soon, because I really think I'm at the point where I've got enough product, mystery product, so to speak, and some of the non-subscription boxes I think are a better deal. The one that I wanted was, like I said, I think the Aussie Miracle, and it was supposed to be $15 for like 6 items, I think. And having seen the Aussie Miracle stuff in the store, I know that that's at least a $15 savings, which is why their site crashed so hard. And there's just no way I could get all of the items that were in that box for that kind of price, even though I was really, really interested in it. So it was really kind of disappointing that their site isn't up to par for the amount of traffic they get. So we are really, really bright on that yellow. I think it works really nice with this purple. But I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face. Yeah, we're that close to done. This one went really quickly. Like I said, this was going to be an easy look. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of my face finished. And yeah, we'll be right back. And so we're back. And here is the look today. I did make a couple of minor adjustments. First thing is I took the color Toasted and I brushed it a little bit across the center of my eye, just because I just felt that that solid yellow needed something to make the center pop, basically, to add more depth on the outside and the inside and all that stuff. I did have to touch up quite a few times on the inner part of my eye. That's one of the biggest problems with a color like this on my eyes, is because of my particular issues with my eyes. When it gets wept off or disappears or fades or whatever, it becomes really, really obvious. The other thing that I did, the purple that I used in here kept disappearing under my eye. And actually, I think that's more of a shade issue rather than it being an issue with the palette. It would come up on my face, but I think it kind of, when it fades down a little bit, I think it kind of melds in a little bit too much with my skin tone. So I went and took this color Femme Fatale and put that on the inner corner a little bit underneath. And I also added a little bit of this Angel Wings from Vanessa's Vanity on the inner corner here, although I suspect that that's probably faded quite a bit from now. It's just the way my eyes work. Those inner corners just don't stay, and that's been a problem of mine for quite a while now, actually. I did end up finishing up my face a little bit with this Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. I really do like what it does. It does seem to bring out, take it so that my skin looks a little less dry after the powder's been applied. The only problem is it can be a bit spitty. You have to have it further back so you don't end up with these big droplets. Other than that, I really like it, and I like the way it makes my skin feel and all of that stuff. So this is our look, and I did try to keep it fairly simple. For me, anyway. And I hope that all my bright ladies have enjoyed it. If the yellow is a little too bright, you can always go for a much deeper gold or something of that nature. I have quite a few. Yes, Sora. Or was that you, Gambit? He's getting ready to get up on the counter here. At any rate, like I was saying, you could use a deeper gold or something that's a little less bright if you're not quite comfortable having yellow on your eyes. But you know what? Don't let age or anything else stop you. It shouldn't. Wear what you want. Wear what you want. Anyway, that's it for today, and I hope you like what you've seen. And that if you're not subscribed, you will subscribe and click that notification bell so you know when I upload. I currently upload 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I've been doing that since beginning of January, and I still have to think about it. I don't know. Just was too used to doing 3 days. But we do 4 days, and we do have the occasional bonus video. We are going to be getting quite a few new ones very soon. I'm planning to plant very soon. And if you're part of the notification squad, you'll want to check your bell and your subscription, because those are still being removed, disappearing, whatever you want to call it. YouTube hasn't fixed it yet. If you don't subscribe, well, we would be disappointed, but you're always, always welcome back, because we love to have company here. And if you do come back, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. Now this has gotten very cool, and I'm not quite sure what that's going to do to the flavor. The Bengal spice tends to get very deep and bitter at some points, whereas the salted caramel I don't think gets, it might get deeper, but it doesn't tend to get bitter. So we're going to have to see how this is cold. I haven't warmed it up at all. And yes, I finally have my spoon. I was eating a yogurt earlier. That's why my spoon wasn't in there before. But anyway, let's go ahead and give this a sip and see how this little combination works cold. Okay, so the Bengal spice, that bitterness in there is definitely, towards the end of the sip, you get it a lot more strongly than you do when this tea is hot. That said, it is not a bad cold tea. I think I prefer it hot, but drinking it cold will work. It's not that bad. And you do get a little bit more of the salted caramel. It's more, you do get more of the spice, but you do get more of the salted caramel. And then you get that bitterness towards the end. It's just a little bitter. It's not a very strong bitter. Anyway, decent for having sat here for 40 minutes or however long. And I enjoyed it. So good tea. Good tea. Always a good tea. And I hope you all have a great day.